Good afternoon, good evening. I'm your fiery host, Ember, and oh my god, my pants are tight. It's giving me a wedgie. Go, country road, take me home to the place where I belong, West Virginia. My freaking shorts, my denim shorts are giving me a wedgie. Thank you, Wolfie, for 28 millennia together. Welcome in, everybody. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Mountain Mama, do the place where I belong. Actually, you know what? I just went and alongside my errands, stopped by the boot store and got myself a new pair of cowboy boots because I outgrew my old one. You know what? That's a great place, great topic to start today's Zatsu. You said, yeah. You know what? If you have never owned a pair of cowboy boots, but you're kind of curious about it, I highly recommend you get yourself some because they will be your ride or die pair of shoes. They are so comfortable. They are they'll last you forever, depending on what kind of leather you get for yours. Yeah, they are just so comfy. They're so good. They honestly make any outfit feel a little bit dressier in my opinion. You gotta get yourself a good pair of cowboy boots. Even if you're not in the South, from the South, anything like that. You would never wear them in the North, really?
Thanks for the doubloonies!
I would wear them anywhere, are you kidding me?
Hey Ember, you did a great job at the concert. I was super impressed even if you had to downgrade your moves for the tracking. Also, I only saw Jelly at Face Con, but next time I hope to meet with all of the Wish girls. Wish love.
Oh, thank you for the doubloonies, Alar. You know what? That wasn't even me downgrading any of my moves. I have to actually downgrade them next time. Dizzy and I were laughing because she was like, you look so fast. You look like you're moving insanely fast. Black Ops 1 is getting a re-release. I have no idea about that. You wear them in the North, you're a Northwestern cowboy. That's more like it, Ferrari kid. You wear them in Japan, the locals really dig Western stuff. No, I believe it. Japanese people have a whole subculture of Americana love. Why do people on the East, in EST time zone, East Coast, middle of the East, not the Middle East, but middle of the East, do they not wear boots? Yeah, America booze. Ameri booze. Yes, that's the word for it. They definitely do. There's a bunch of like yee yeah, yee haw. You mostly wear hey dudes. Is hey dudes like the modern day boat shoes, Sperry's for men? Normally, no. We wear regular boots. I mean, there are work boots that are cowboy boot looking. Only kids wear rain boots. As an adult woman, I would totally wear rain boots. I think I would pull it off so well. I think rain boots are so cute. I'd look like a little yellow ducky in mine. You have cowboy boots and you're on the East Coast. See? Anyone can wear them. They're everywhere. Do I know how to square dance? I do. The restaurant you went to in Tacoma teaches line dancing. It's honestly not hard it's kind of one of those things where if you want to get into casually dancing and have drinks at the same time, that I'd say go to like a country bar, I guess. The routines are so simple but maybe because I have more experience in dance, but I could sit there and watch the song for maybe like 2 or 3 8 counts, and I probably know the dance at that point. It's not too hard to pick up. But what I do find is I feel like the men in those places are honestly oftentimes just better dancers than the woman. They just know how to get down. They have more bedazzled, more fancy, more elaborate, more ornate cowboy boots, better fits, and they just get down better than any of the cowgirls. I don't know what it is in their blood, how they're raised, but I remember just sitting there and staring at the dance floor, and these cowboy-hatted men would be busting ass on the dance floor. I'm not even putting down the Fords. It's a statement, it's a fact at this point. The women have to step their game up. Like, what do you mean this cowboy is doing a freaking backflip? What do you mean? Him and his cowboy friends. Can't forget the belt buckles. As a line dancer, you agree? I think it must be the passion or something. Like, of course, there are couples who are really good at it, and there are women who they just blaze across the dance floor. But oh my gosh, those cowboys, they stand out. It's the bird dance human edition. I was just watching the bird dance video. The bird dance meme where the male bird comes in and starts flaunting his thing, the animation, in front of the female bird. Speaking of Texas, they're really locking everyone going out of Bondi Fest this September. Bro, I tried so hard to get in, and that event, don't even get me started, the freaking Flame Fruit event sold out by the time I even refreshed the page. Like, what? What is it, like 5,000, 10,000 attendees slots or whatever, and it sells out? Bro, I get what they were trying to do to where you can only buy the merch if you were a competitor, but guess what? Now you have the scalpers signing up for the event so that they can go buy merch. So if you're a competitor, I bet your first round is going to be a no-show. Your opponent's a no-show. What? Your second round is also your opponent being a no-show? Because they all dipped out on the competition to go buy merch? No, it's a TCG competition. How the frick am I supposed to compete if I can't even get into the events? Can't wait for 2,000 people to drop out just to buy merch because One Piece stuff is so inflated in price that you're actually making money if you fly out, get tickets to the event, go there, get the freebies, and then sell the freebies for the same price, if not more, than your plane ticket. Bro, scalpers are so freaking annoying. I'm L move. I know the organizers were trying, but like, come on, what? There's no general admission, so if you even want to get into the thing, you have to compete. And because of that, like, I see what they were trying to do, but because of that, you can't. You probably have just a bunch of scalpers and like merch hoarders. People who aren't even actually competing. Massive disappointment, yeah. You can't even play inside events without being a competitor. Oh my gosh. Preach, sister. Would I have wanted the One Piece Mariners jacket? I'm not a huge Mariners fan or anything like that, but One Piece merch is cool. So One Piece, I would, it'd be cool. It'd be cool. Thank you, Bacon. What if we scalp the scalpers? Yeah, what if we just scalped them? What if we just yoinked them? What if we sent them into scalping camps? Scalper containment camps. What if I committed modern day atrocities on them? They inadvertently created greater scarcity. Exactly. I don't know if they realized how bad or popular it would be. I refreshed and like everything sold out. Couldn't even get into the competition. We chose a terrible time to play One Piece.
Thanks for the doubloonies!
What do you mean, wait, how am I saying mariners?
Scalping the Scalpers Fund.
Mariners? Thank you, Pop Tart, for 10 berries. I apologize for the random question, but do you have a favorite weapon from Manhunt? I am a big fan of... Well, if we're going by weapon design... Honestly, I was a hammer main through and through. But I also liked charge blades. Ooh, that's a hard one. There's a lot of really nice looking ones. Where do I begin? Wait, how do you guys say it? You say mariners? Mariners? What? Mariners? 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 Is that how it's actually pronounced? It's pronounced mariners? That's... Oh my god, it's pronounced mariners, not mariners? That's so gay. That's why they're in Seattle. I'm sorry. It just doesn't sound as cool. No, you. I'm allowed to say that. Hi, man. So are you the one that started calling me man, or are you just... Is this from last time? I feel like a lot of the Nergigante weapons look really cool. Here, let me go look up the hammer designs to make sure I got the one. Make sure I got the one that looks... There's so many, I don't think I even have a favorite. Honestly, the hammers that look like teddy bears are really cute to me, even though they're not cool per se. Per se. Interesting. Rhyme of the Ancient Marinera. It's okay. You can tell me I don't know ball, because honestly, I do not know ball. Oh, thank you, Silver, for the 10 doubloonies. And thank you, Zero. Has you been a good puppy? Always. You is never bad. Never a brat. Never... Is this where I say who's a good boy? Who's been a good boy? What do you mean I don't know soccer? That's not a soccer team. The Marineras are not a soccer team. What type of ADHD? The kind where I can't focus. The kind where I have... It's a little bit of inattentiveness with a little bit of hyperactivity combined. I have a combined type of ADHD. It's bad. I actually have not been... I've been waking up later, so I am still on the floor PC, but I've been waking up later, so I haven't been able to take my meds because they keep me up really late. So I think lately these streams, I might seem like I'm bouncing from topic to topic. Because I am. I'm still... I'm trying. I'm trying. I seem tired. I am quite tired today, actually. I ran around doing a lot of errands and stuff before my move. You can tell it's hard for me to hide what I'm thinking or feeling, huh? It's okay. You guys give me energy. Oh, it does help though. If I do take my meds, I have way more energy, so that's probably it too. I am a bit eepy, sleepy, low caffeine, low energy. You know what? That reminds me. You know why I probably seem tired? I woke up at 8 a.m. today because because one of my cats catapulted off of my face. They literally parkoured off my face. I think they were mad at me. Have I ever been tested? Yeah, I'm diagnosed, man. I would not go around saying I'm neurodivergent. That's not cool. I think I would just go around saying that I have ADHD. I don't want it. I actually hate it. It makes my life kind of annoying in some ways, but I guess it adds some level of quirkiness. I get along better with neurodivergent people. Bro, the cat from the headboard, right? Freaking jumped off of the top of the headboard, landed on my face, and then used my face as a freaking board to parkour off of. So I woke up like, what the fuck? Like, what the hell? Does it mean we're special? It means we're funnier because, you know, extra espresso for the depresso. I think the extra trauma brain makes you funnier. That's my take on it. Thank you, Sneepler, for 4 millennias. Holding my arms up and sending you my energy. Grabbing you by the arms and spinning you around like a good little girl. Giving you wheeze! Giving you yay yippies! Yay yippies and wheeze! Oh yeah, I forgot you're autistic, so I can't bully you, Aki. There's like a scale of neurodivergency where I am allowed to bully you, but now that you're autistic, you get to tell people you have a superpower and I'm not allowed to bully you. Because you get to tell people you're on the spectrum, dang it. Whee! Uppies! Did I sign up for the Flame Coliseum? I couldn't get in! You know, so F off. Dang it! You got me. You pulled the autism card. You have to pull the tism card. Actually, what if I got the neuro pass? Wait, in the Special Olympics, does being autistic count as being special? Wait. This might be a ignorant question. But does being autistic potentially count as a special pass? Like, where on the spectrum, you know? If you are low functioning, apparently not. No, it has to be, right? Is this my debut? Oh god, I hope not. If this were my... Honestly, though, if this were my debut, this would be honestly much better received than my actual debut. Can I actually private my debut video? I'm not the same person that I was when I debuted. Honestly, I'm not the same person I was last year. I'm not the same person I am 5 years ago, 10 years ago. I'm not taking a shit on you, Aki. I'm saying, like, if you were functioning... of autistic individual, but you wanted to compete in sports and you wanted a higher chance of winning, the Special Olympics is right there. Wait, no, that sounds terrible. Actually, don't do that because Special Olympic people have special levels of strength. Glad to see how much you have grown. I'm talking about this right now. I have to put a disclaimer that this is my sick, morbid sense of humor, guys. And that I only half mean it. You think about it. Down syndrome people have insane levels of strength. You are not the kind of special that can beat that kind of special. The highly regarded strength. I've been streaming for... oh gosh. I have been streaming for... I debuted in 2020. I debuted in 2020. Can you believe it? It's been 6 years. I have been streaming for 6 years. It's weird because I came into FaZe and I was technically their senior by the point that by the time I came into FaZe. That's 2020? Oh god. Oh god. Chat, I promise I'll work harder. I know it's been 6 years. Almost 7 years of streaming, and I may not have as much as I thought to show for it, but I am proud of my achievements, and you know what, chat? I will work harder! I will work harder! Oh my gosh, that's an eternity in VTuber years. Oh gosh, maybe VTubers have the same lifespan as K-pop idols. They burn bright for a couple years and then they just wither away into obscurity, or they're just so old. They're so old. I'm not old, chat. I'm not old. No, I'm not old. Don't put me in Hack Connect. I don't count. I'm not old. Unless being in Hack Connect makes me hotter and cooler, then yeah, put me in Hack Connect. I'm old and I'm loving it. Live, laugh, love, baby. Cleo and Dizzy too, by the way, started from 2021. It's not about how long you've been streaming, it's about how old you are, right? Bro, you've been out for 6 years and I just found out about you. See? The minecart tracks continue to go up. My minecart coaster just... there's only up from here. Wait, roller coasters eventually go down. Alright, well, we can only go up from here. We can only go up from here. I'm always new to someone, right? We got that fresh sparkle, the newness, yeah. You want uppies? Oh, you want uppies? You can have uppies. My back. I'm not strong enough for uppies anymore. 5 years test the life? Oh gosh. I haven't been in FaZe for that many, but I've been a VTuber for almost 6 years now. It's kind of strange. Thank you, Y, for 6 millennia together, by the way. And you get an e-burger coupon. Oh. Thank you, Abby, thank you for the berries. Thank you for the stock. What's up, my neurodivergent individual? What's up, my neuro? What's up, my neuro? Operative Nuke, not to brag, but I've been here since day one. No, big brag, giant brag. You were here ever since I was sniffing feet and LARPing the B movie. Actually, let's not talk about that. Thank you, Spartan. Ember was there when the rules of VTubing were written. No, I did not exist when the annoying orange was a thing. Dark days have passed, don't worry. I no longer LARP the B movie, chat. Don't worry. I no longer talk about...
Thanks Thanks for the doubloonies.
Yellow, black, yellow, black. Ooh, black, yellow. Oh,
Feet.
the bee with its fat little body should not be able to fly. But it does so anyways. Oh, feet. Thank you, Anonymous, for the feet tip, I guess. What does that mean? What do you mean by that? Hi, Mia. Miyavi, thank you for 36 millennia together. 3 years, let's go! How perfect. 3 years and many more to go. Oh my gosh, Patisse, you're right. You've been watching me for 6 years now. Holy moly. Yeah, some of y'all been here since I was caddying. And that's crazy to think about. And I'm sure there's some... I feel like there were some caddying viewers who don't know that I'm caddying. Thank you, Jack, for the 5 berries. Chakal! Do not quote the ancient text to me, witch. I was there when they were written. Exactly. Don't dare play the ancient text card on me. I've been there. You were a knower but wasn't around. Interesting. My first
Thanks for the
iteration.
doubloonies.
Thank
You've
you,
been around for so
Cobra.
long that you make my 33-year-old self look like I'm an infant. Father Time herself, Ember.
Excuse you? Excuse you? Do you guys think I'm 50? Because I am. Oh, well, thank you, Ultimate. It's nice to meet you. Maybe you subbed to me long ago and you just never... I don't know how, but here we are. Maybe you saw one of my covers or something. Honestly, I don't normally stream around this time, so I wouldn't be surprised if you usually watch streamers at this hour, but eventually I will have more streams in the later evening hours too, just to account for my new work schedule. I am younger than you, Duffy. I think I don't know, I feel young and old at the same time. What will be my schedule? I do want to try some evening streams. It'll be during Eastern time zone. So it might be like, I don't know, I might try late at night schedule stuff. But I will have earlier stream days too. So it's not like I'm abandoning my old schedule at all. Gonna be a Florida man. No. Yay, Ember! Yay, Ben! Benboo! You're turning 39? That's not old though. I feel like people are only as old as they act, as they feel, as they look. Do not pull the Irie. It's too late. I've already signed up for the wage slave. I've already signed up for it. You have 1 more year until the big 3? You're gonna be 30 in a year? Hi, Snacky! Oh my gosh! It's good to see you again. Sorry I didn't catch you at FaceCon, I really tried. Oh, well, I appreciate you trying, Snacky. I know you've been busy editing and stuff. I think about it and I feel like I was too late to jump the gun. Because I was like, I'm gonna ask Snacky and see if Snacky wants to clip. But by the time I blinked, you were so talented. You were already clipping for so many talents. So I'm very proud. I'm very proud of you. I see your work. But sometimes I kick myself. I'm like, darn it. I should have been speedier on the come up, on the uptake. Thank you, Ferrari, for 5 berries. I feel like I'm new to watching your channel, but your streams and content are always fun and comfy. And you're such a lovely person to chat with. You're glazing me. You hope I abandoned my old stream schedule. Don't worry, there are going to be more evening schedules and more early schedules. Yay!
Time to destroy my sleep schedule for my Kamioshi. Let's go. Oh,
Let's go. TTS broke. Thank you so much for the doubloonies, Summer. Oh my god, hi Bunty. The glaze doesn't stop until morale improves. Wait, was my morale ever down? Sometimes, you guys, I genuinely think I'm being silly and happy and fun, and then they'll be like, Ember, are you depressed? And I'm like, huh? I'm so happy right now, guys. Can't you tell? I'm so happy right now. They're like, Ember, are you okay? Oh, is it my sense of humor? I'm okay, guys. Late night streams work better for your work schedule? Yeah, I'm on the floor, but the floor is comfy. It's the manic episode before the depression. What? Oh. Okay, but I was just being candid. That was goofy me. Now I'm silly me. They say she's smiling deep down, but she's Filipino. Ah! I have the sad girl voice. Wait, does everything I say just inevitably sound a little bit sad? Is that what I seemed, because I was quiet? Really? I think my mic audio is picking up pretty well. I'm around, it looks like I'm hitting around 8 decibels whenever I speak, sometimes 6. Maybe I'm too candid and it seems a little crazy. It has a slight tinge of disappointment. Really? Wait, the way I speak does sound sad as fuck. What? Oh, maybe you're right. Oh my gosh, your voice makes everything sound sassy. Your voice is so nice, but maybe a little sad. Wait, chat, how do I fix that? I thought I was being Genki and chipper. I do hear that when you end your sentences on more of a downbeat, it does make you sound more assured. More assured of yourself. So maybe it seems like there's a hinge of just a little tinge of self-pity and doubt because my sentences end on a upwards note. See? Note? But what if I said my sentences end on an upward note? Don't I sound more assured? When it ends like this. That is a speech skill that I think I should be practicing more. I think that's what it is. I sound more mad that way. I sound like I'm on a mission. I need the authority, chat.
Thanks for the doubloonies.
I need the authority.
If there is sadness in your voice, I can't perceive it because of how much joy it brings to me.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. You do speak like every sentence is a question. See, normally I'd be like, you do speak like every sentence is a question? But now I'll say, I speak like every sentence is a question. Oh, fuck yeah. Dang it, so I do have a little tinge of naturally sounding. Just naturally sounding a little bit sad. No, it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. Even in other workplaces, I think I come off a lot more ditzy or, you know, but my mind is sharp as a tack. So when people underestimate me, I just think, you don't know this, but I have a very sharp fork pointed to your back right now. Ember plus authority doesn't work together, boss. You might be right. I will never be a dominatrix. I will never be the one to herd cattle. Because English people don't really have that upwards inflection. Really? But it's my English is not my first language. English is my first language. English is not my first language. People think you're cheerful and upbeat and outgoing, but on the inside, you're dying inside and tired. Now that's a good thing. Doesn't that mean you're Isn't that a good thing? They don't know I'm an anime girl online. Is my second Filipino. Now, why would you do that to me? Upward inflection is more of a California accent. I don't know. My freaking dialect quiz thing showed majority of the US in red. You're so funny though, Spackle. I can't perceive it because of how much joy it brings me. Thank you for the 10 doubloonies. Thank you, Bunty, for the 2 berries. I'm gonna use birthday money to buy more Wish merch. Well, I have news for you. Because guess what, chat? Guess what, everybody? Guess what? There is more merch available. I didn't even know. Maybe I did know when I memory hold it,
Thanks
but
for the doubloonies.
there is more phase merch available right
Alexa,
now.
this is so sad. Play We Are Charlie Kirk Night Court to go logged
We are Charlie Kirk! The Oni-chans! We easy car. Okay, sorry, you triggered something in me. Don't do that again, Ko. Don't do that again, gayless. Oh, I called you gay, my bad. Gayless. Gayless. Domesticus. Don't. I sound very desperate sounding. Is that just how my voice sounds in general? I am desperate. I am a desperate woman. You couldn't tell? You couldn't tell? I am very tung sahur. Update on the B-Day stuff? What B-Day stuff? My birthday isn't here yet. Unless you mean last year's. Wait. The womb yearns for actualization? Sorry, that was kind of weird. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? For gas money? Thank you, Hobo! Thank you so much for the 10 berries! Wait! You know, for you and I both know I'm using that for snack money, right? You and I both know that's not going to gas, it's going straight to snacks. Are you going to be streaming in 2 days? That's my birthday and I want a birthday song sung? Well, even if I wasn't going to be streaming in 2 days, I am now, so I can sing you happy birthday. I am now. Gas for the body, I guess. Yeah, gas for the body. Gas, fuel for me, not for the car.
Thanks for the doubloonies.
Am I still on the floor? Yeah, I am.
I don't get the sad voice. TBH, you opening the MNG with announce yourself made me feel like I was in a court hearing.
Cornelius! At some point, I couldn't find the time to ask people in the meet and greet what their name was, right? Because we would just start talking, and then I would realize by the end of our conversation, or in the middle of the conversation, I didn't ask for the name. At some point, I wasn't even sure who I was talking to. So I was like, okay, you know what? How should I? And then the staff jokingly said, why don't you ask them to announce themselves? So when you walked in, I was like, announce yourself, Kinling. Announce yourself, Kinling. I'm not face blind, but if we've only met like for 1 minute 2 years ago, or 1 year ago. Sometimes I for the life of me do not remember until you tell me your name, and I'm like, oh. Or there are some people who are lurkers who I've never met before, but they came out of the woodworks to say hi to me, which was so sweet, so awesome. So in those moments, I was just like, announce yourself, Kinling. Announce yourself. How long do you think the perfect time is that meet and greet should be? Sometimes the minutes felt really long. Like, it felt like we got so much out of that 1 minute. And other times I felt like I was like, oh my god, give me at least 30 more seconds. Give me 30 more seconds at least. All right, chat. I know what your answers will be, but how long do you think the meet and greet should be? How long do you think the meet and greet should be? How long would you like them to be? Speed dating, I've... Wait, how does that work? I've only seen speed dating in TV shows, but have you guys ever speed dated? 2 to 3 minutes? 50 years? A whole damn day? Okay, got it. Thank you, Cobra. You figured me out and insulted me immediately. Yeah, because you deserved it. Why? Because you were being a brat. And I know you know that. I know you know what you were doing. How do you think I figured you out so quickly? Speed dating is a scam, and I have ruined people's evenings being a troll. I'm sorry, I'm more envious of the fact that you have the experience of speed dating. What is it like? I want to troll people. I want to people watch mostly. I don't actually want to speed date. I want to be the person organizing the event. And who says I can't? Kindling speed dating? Kindling speed dating each other? Oh my gosh. 5 minutes, I think I would be there for at least... Okay, so if there are 50 people, right? And it was 5 minutes, I would be there for 250 minutes, which is at least over 4 hours. The meet and greets would be at least over 4 hours, and that's with 50 people. Yeah, binoculars. I think I would rock a pair of binoculars. We accept these terms. I do not accept these terms. Ember, can I speed date you, but the plan is to communicate in stims only? So when you tell me your balls itch, I tell you... Ooh, yeah, ooh, yeah, ooh. Ooh, yeah, ooh, yeah, ooh. Sheesh, crazy. Maybe I am, but you know what they say, the crazy scale and all that, it goes hand in hand. I'll just catch a robot again if they were 5 minutes. They didn't fix my audio before sending me out on the robot, and I think that was a mistake. I think they thought they would fix it during, but it was so bad. Because I guess the robot was hypersensitive. I had to turn my gain down by like 10. That nobody could understand me while I was on the robot. Big disappoint. Thank you, Wedge. Ember playing matchmaker. She has all the kindlings. I do have all the kindlings too. Play matchmaker. Awkward time. You skip the ad and you just hear me saying, do your balls itch? Misa will destroy Yusa. I am trying to run people with the Mars rover. It's a memorable experience. That's what, you know, when you pay for events and conventions and certain things, a lot of that is paying for the experience. And if running you over is part of giving you a memorable experience, I will. The robot was autistic? What do you mean? Are you calling me autistic? Chat, I don't think I have any signs of autism. Don't answer. Don't say anything. Don't say anything about that, actually. I have at least one, and what is it? My weird hyperfixation on horses and hobby horsing? That if you asked me if I would join a hobby horsing competition, I would gladly. Look what she did, she bullied the shit out of me. Clearly you're not autistic enough to understand, to be aware that I am bullying you. Clearly you need more autism, Aki. I think you need more autism. ADHD and autism have some similar traits, bro. You know what they said about my stupid... We did a work MBTI-esque personality thing. And you know what the paid quiz... The company paid quiz said? It basically said my personality was also borderline autistic acting without actually being autistic. What the... You know what I forgot to put in my Hear Me Out? Joshua Graham. The completely burned man from Fallout. And I also... there were so many characters I forgot to put that I only remembered later, after the fact. Hobby horsing is just a white girl thing. Well, you're right. You are right. See, everyone agrees, even y'all. Even y'all. Of course you have the hots for Joshua Graham. When is Hear Me Out stream 2? That's not even a Hear Me Out. Every girl is into him. Okay, I feel like the bar for Hear Me Outs really depends on the person. Because some people will be like, I can't believe you put a car. That is so basic. I can't believe you put Doc Hudson. That is so basic. I was expecting you to put children on your Hear Me Out. Why aren't you a pedophile? And then on the other end of the Hear Me Out is like, oh my god, that's crazy. You're such a sick freak. You're such a sick freak. You put a car on there? Yeah, so you have a whole spectrum of can you believe that people are gatekeeping freakiness for Hear Me Out streams? I rate this stream, it would have been 100 if you just straight up said you were a pedophile. I'm sorry, what? Oh, well, why didn't you... Or can you admit to, incest or something that's actually a Hear Me Out? Because on my Hear Me Out, I would put my actual sister on there. Brother! Brother, come on! People gatekeep everything. Although it does seem like there is a subset of people who are sitting and watching Hear Me Outs, and I'm convinced that you are watching them and waiting for someone to be like, yeah, I would put my sister in my Hear Me Out, or you know what, my own mother. Oh, you know what? Since this character is not real, but they're underage, I'm allowed to put them in my Hear Me Out. That's what I'm convinced some of the people watching the Hear Me Out streams are waiting for. They're waiting for... They're waiting for the pass. You want to have your Oedipus complex heard and seen. You want that Freudian slip. You want someone to be like, hear me out. How about this literal dog? Miss Potato Head? No, that's valid. You can take her apart limb by limb and she has multiple holes. Yeah, actually, she's like a... Come again? I will. Will. Goofy is a good dad. That's not even quite the hear me out. If I put Goofy on my hear me out, the hear me out gatekeepers, the freaky deaky gatekeepers would be like, Goofy is such an obvious choice. I can't believe you put Goofy. You're such a basic bitch. Putting Goofy on your hear me out. You should have put the dog Pluto on there because Pluto is on all fours and can't speak. Does anyone know why Pluto can't speak even though they're both dogs, by the way? I'm convinced Pluto is LARPing and is into some weird kinky BDSM shit. Because why can Goofy speak but Pluto, who is also a dog, is just a dog? I just want to put that out there. What am I on about? Facts, baby. What do you mean? I'm on the facts. Facts only. Speaking of Miss Potato Head and all them toys and whatnot, I just found out today that Toy Story 5 has been in theaters and there's a Toy Story 5? I thought we were done with Toy Story. Chat, be honest with me. Are they just milking that cash cow for like one last time? They say for one last time? For the nostalgia? Or am I just being pessimistic? There's a Toy Story 5. It's been in theaters for at least a week now. They're like, hey millennials, you all grew up with this movie. Well, you thought it was over? We have Toy Story 5 coming to theaters near you. Was the fourth really good? I thought 3 was the perfect ending. I thought 3 was so perfect. Wait, let me double check. I'm thinking about the right one. Yeah, 3 was the one with the bear, right? 3 was the one with the sassy bear, no? I was satisfied. I also stopped watching after 3, right? Or was it I'm a hugger, baby. That's what this Toy Story poster says about the bear. I'm a hugger. Yeah, 3 was good closure. I didn't know there was 4 after the bear one. Bro's villain arc. No, 3 is the one with the toys. No. 4 is the one with the toys. 2. Hi, kitty. Meow. Hi, kitty. I think they're just milking it for the cash cow that it is, but did Toy Story 4 make a lot of money? How much money did the Toy Story movies make? Okay, let's see. Okay, Toy Story made $373 million in 1995. 1999, we had Toy Story 2 making almost $500 million. Toy Story 3 made $1 billion in 2010. And Toy Story 4 made $1 billion in 2019. So 5 in theaters now has already made $585 million. Okay, you know what? My fault. Keep milking that cash cow. My fault. To infinity and beyond! So yes, there will be a 6. Oh, I was not even born in 1995. I did not exist during whenever Toy Story was made. Adjusted for inflation, how much is the current amount the early Toy Story movies was made? Okay, let's see. Toy Story adjusted for inflation would Toy Story the original would be 793 million. Baku were older than Ember. Wait, you guys thought I was older than you? Wait, what do you mean? I'm dangerously close to being Gen Z. Wait, what happened to... Now you're telling me I'm not a hag? I'm not... Now you're telling me I'm not a hag. What? You thought it was 1993? Wait. Guys, I'm 40, okay? Maybe I said that because I wanted to be young. What the heck? Wait, does it make me cuter? Does it make me cuter or does it make me uglier now that I'm younger or older? Listen, tuna sub backwards is busting nut. Don't worry about it. On God? On God, be honest, chat. Bro, you aren't even a peer anymore. You're a zoomer. What? I'm proving to chat I'm more fertile. I'm more fertile. Ember was alive during the Great Depression. I was. I remember 9/11. Wait, what? Chat. I remember 9/11. Don't worry, I'm still... Don't worry. It's... I remember 2008 too. Toy Story 2, adjusted for inflation, would have made almost 1 billion. 973 million. So what was Jesus like? Sorry, I had to filter out all the intrusive thoughts before saying my actual thought. Wait. Hold up. Let me just catch up. What did I miss so far? Miss Ember, is it okay to ask what your favorite kind of horse is? Okay, personally, I think the Mongolian war horses are awesome. So I'm gonna go with a Mongolian war horse. Thank you, Ferrari Kid. And Fugu, thank you for the 2 berries. Watch along the Papa Meat Hobby Horse video. Papa Meat Hobby Horse video. You know what? Noted. We'll have to do that in an unmonetized stream. But you know what? Noted. Looking like a double wide surprise. Thank you, Ferrari. Toy Story 4 had the legendary Duke Kaboom. I don't know what that is. What is a Duke Kaboom? Thank you, Silver, for 5 berries. So what was Jesus like? Jesus was a homie. Jesus was a real one. Jesus gave me my very own Jesus horse. Do it in a member stream. True? True? And I thought I was unk because I'm turning 23. Bunty, you turning 23 makes you... It makes you a wee little lass. Actually, you would be a Gen Z. You would be a Gen Z. But like... Unk at 23 is wild. That's infancy! Don't say that! Brother, you are very... I like how chat's just like, young. So young. Don't worry, chat. I'm actually 48 years old. Time is ticking. I was born in the great 1977. Yes. No, wait. I was born in 1978. Born in 1978. 11 years you're a senior and only getting more right by the second. Requirements to marry this old woman. I require at least 3 divorces before I start marrying multiple kindlings because... Oh, wait. 2 divorces and being widowed once because I think it adds to my old lady aura. So back in 78, you could buy a Coke for a nickel. I remember when gasoline was 65 cents a gallon. You know, it costed less than $1 to bring back the milk. Okay, Grandma, time to go sleep. Chicken in my day was 75 cents a pound. Can't be true. Ember would own a house then? Oh, I sure did own a house until Billy Bob took that house from me in the divorce. Billy Bob, if I ever find you. The aura is green with flies. Stop it. Stop it. Thank you, Fish by the Foot, Ember, and dog ears right now. How many dogs is that? 8 dogs? Wait, but dog ears are 7. I'm gonna be 56. I'm 56! I remember when McDonald's used to give real toys, used to give big glasses. Now we get nothing. Nothing but plastic scraps. I remember when McDonald's gave big old cups. It was like Disney World. Speaking of Disney, I'll never be able to afford Disney again. Coca-Cola don't taste the same as it used to. Why, dear? Maybe I'm aging as we speak, dearie. Do you think I'm the sexiest adventurer alive? Will you tell me? What the fuck is going on with this bit? I don't know, but I'm gonna continue it. Why, dearie, come closer so I can see your nice little, beautiful puckered lips. Grandma has been this excited in so long. It's been so long since the trenches have been watered. I'm gonna bring up my bridges and bring up the bridges and get closer to you. I see it. What big eyes you got. Back in my day, I used to go on a wild road. Could somebody tell me to stop this bit, actually? Because I'm going to continue to do this if you guys don't actively hate it. Anyways,
Thanks for the
I remember when Toy Story came out. Wow, I was
Herbert
just
the
a little
meets
girl.
Amber the sex offender.
Listen, you want to call me one of them sex offenders, but back in my day, age of consent during the Civil War was different. You want milk and cookies had an entirely different meaning. wait. Actually, age of consent during the Civil War. Only 18? That's not young enough. Age of consent. When it... Oh God, Raiders! Oh, okay, well, oh, that's terrible timing! No, I can explain. I I can explain! I can explain! No, stop! I know how it looks. I know how it looks. Please, I can explain. I can explain. No. Listen, Sleepy, it's not what you think. Thank you so much for the raid, Sleepy. Welcome in. Hi, Raiders. I'm Ember. So... Listen, I know how it looks. You got raided into my stream, and you hear me say out loud, age of consent during the Civil War. You know, I'm looking it up for science. And then you hear me say not young enough. Listen, I can explain. I'm trying to think of how I can explain this without burying myself into the ditch further. But listen, maybe I should segue into, hey guys, I got a new pair of cowgirl boots today. No, that's not the full explanation. I can tell you how my brain works. Listen. Listen, we're past that point. No, we're not. Ember, you sick woman. Time for your medicine, Grandma. Thank you, Zen. Thank you. Or no, thank you, Bunty. I'm not sick. I'm fine. I'm healthy, actually. I'm healthy. Thank you, Ferrari. I need to go now. Oh, congrats to your sister on her baby shower. Babies, you know, they're so cute. And then they get into their terrible toddler age and they start breaking everything they touch. And then they get to the age of consent during the Civil War period. What? I'm kidding! Okay, listen. I have an explanation. Thank you, Tora, for 8 millennia together. Yep, that's her, officers. You get used to it, guys. No, you're making me sound insane, Silver. FBI, open up! Welcome to Ember Island, Spartan, please. Ember pleads a fifth. This message is paid by the Guild of Lawyers for Oshis. I think I need a lawyer up after this. Firebob, thank you so much for 20 gifted memberships. FBI, it's Internal Revenue Service. Cobra, Ember outing herself on an island. Welcome to Ember Island. Okay, listen. Listen. Oh. Alright, all ears. I was going to use that point to make a joke, alright? To then segue into to connect it to the topic of a serial killer. This is sounding worse the more I talk, actually. This is sounding worse the more I talk. Because this serial killer named Larry Hall is known for he's like an aficionado of the American Revolution and Civil War. And I was gonna tell you about how I watched a series called Blackbird, and it was such a good show, and it depicts, a true story about a prisoner and this other prisoner, and one of the prisoners is a serial killer named Larry Hall. And the more I explain this, the worse it sounds, because it all ties into... Because he's like a kid diddler. So... And there's this thing that he's famously known for saying, where he talks about the age of consent. And I was trying to look up the age of consent to remember exactly what time period he wanted to go back to for... This is so bad! This is so bad! This is just getting worse! This is just getting worse! Mute up, little bro! Hold up, let me just... It's just getting worse. This is so bad. you just change the topic? It was a bad joke. It's so bad. I'm mortified. Listen. let's just we can change the topic, you know. There's probably a limit on how many taboo jokes you can make, and this stream has probably racked up enough for the next millennia for me. I think I've hit my limit. I think I need a lawyer. Pro bono, please. I think I'm over the limit. I like cheese. Well, since we're learning fun facts, and I already have this up, I'll let you know that in 1885, and actually, it wasn't that long ago. Fun fact. Did you know in 1999, the age of consent in Hawaii was 14? That was the lowest at the time in the United States. We are all sharing this information together. Thank you, Max, for 36 millennials. You're digging a deeper hole here. IRS, thank you for the 5 doubloonies. You know what? You can keep the taxes, you sick fuck. All right, that's not nice. You shouldn't curse at me, IRS. I pay you money. I pay tax money. I pay my taxes. Okay? You shouldn't curse at me. Thank you, Leslie, for 2 berries. Sleepy raids. Ember, age of consent. I'm just spreading the knowledge of how, as humanity, we've grown together. As a collective whole.
Thanks for the doubloonies.
You know what? You can keep the taxes, you sick fuck.
I'm getting put on a list. I'm getting put on a list. Is this stream pre-recorded? If it were, I wouldn't be in this situation now, would I? if it were? Been on a list for what? Clippers, I don't know her. I have a feeling the next clip is gonna get me in trouble. Do me a solid, Clippers. Leave that in the shadow realm, please. Leave everything I've said this stream in the shadow realm. I don't have the gal. And I don't have the time travel abilities to undo these things.
Thanks for the doubloonies.
Ember, you've dug yourself so deep that we found oil.
Thank you, Cobra. We're rich, baby! We found oil! We're rich, baby! Thank you, Cruz, for 5 berries. You should look up Albert Fish. Wait, where's my box? Alert box just disappeared. Dude's criminal career is entertaining. Is he the big fish by any chance? The psychology of Albert Fish, having reported victimizing hundreds of... Oh, God. I remember watching a documentary over Albert Fish, actually. This is the cannibal guy. Thank you, Moon Unit Rabbit. I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story on VTuber. Nope. Thank you, Zen and Bunty. Listen, Hi, Face Weekly. Hi, Dizzy. No bacon. No, this is not seeing the light of day. Whatever happened here, memory erasure pen. Men in Black. Where I need the pen. I need the pen. Thank you, Firebomb, for the 20 gifted memberships. Welcome 20 new members. I'm happy you're here. How do we restart today's stream? How do I go sicko mode? Thank you, Wedge. Put on a list. Bit late for that. Try several lists, but I'm number 1 on a lot of these lists, right? Probably for like how many VTuber that can eat the most amount of eggs in one sitting. I'm number 1. I'm number 1 on that list. Or VTuber that can. It's not the first time you shocked Dizzy and FaZe Weekly. I skip through all FaZe Weekly clips of myself because it is abhorrent. It is horrible to watch. It's like watching yourself in a like looking back at yourself and you realize maybe you were being very strange. Or are we sure she's not having a manic episode during this clip? Like, are we sure about that? You deny yourself the greatest moments. No, I deny myself trauma. Since... Are they pure gold? Are you sure about that? The last one I saw was the Hear Me Out one. She couldn't finish watching yours and Edino's Hear Me Out. Okay, see what I mean? This brings me back. See, it's full circle. It brings me back to the first point of the Hear Me Out. The very first point of today's stream where I mentioned that. Did you know people gatekeep Hear Me Outs? They gatekeep the freaky meter. Your Honor, my client Miss Amane pleads insanity. Yeah, whatever. Wait, is it gonna get me a plea deal? Then yes, I plead insanity to the max. Insane. Something's. Alexa, play Insane in the Membrane, please. Your clips always get Dizzy flustered, so it's pretty great. There's no way I say anything that crazy compared to the average phaser. Is that what we're called? Phaser? Phaser is unlimited. So what I'm getting is you're another one where my antis and my fans post the exact same clips. No. Okay, actually, you make a good point. You make a good point there. Circling back to Hear Me Outs after our previous tangent is crazy. The way my brain works is the hamster is running on this wheel, except it thinks it's going places, but the wheel is a wheel. The wheel is circular. It stays. It continues to run, but it stays in place. When you called Panko tight, she ended stream immediately. Did she? There's no way she ended stream immediately. What's wrong with calling Panko tight? Tight is like a compliment. Back in my day, they'd be like, yo, that's tight. Back in 1987, 1993, 2001. Am I wrong though? Back in my day, back when I was 16, I was a crazy little girl. Wait, please tell me y'all know the meme. I just discovered the meme. Back when I was 16, I was a crazy little girl running up and down the streets. Please, if you don't know what I'm referencing, I probably sound insane right now.
Thanks for the doubloonies.
Thank you, Venus.
You'll always be number 1 on my list, Firewoman.
It's a good list, right? It's a good list. Put on a list. The list of being number 1. BB Biscuit's paid chatter. What is this name? Is BB Biscuit committing financial domination on you? Why is your name BB Biscuits Paid Chatter? Thank you for the 5 berries. If you make the VOD members only legally, they cannot clip it. Wait, you're right? Wait, you're right? He's BB Biscuit's #1 guy, but he has to be paid for it? Wait, but wouldn't it be the other way around? It wouldn't be Findom then, because he's paid. Wait, it would be the other way around. Ember, don't worry, you're a phase invader. You always sound insane. What does that mean? You think on a level of on a scale of insanity, you think the invaders are that high on the insanity scale? There's no way. There's no way. I've gone on at least 1 walk this year. That already makes me not insane. It's dolphin. Is there a difference? That's not too far from dolphin. Speaking of dolphins, did you know, chat, there are pink dolphins? They're very real. I felt really sad. Actually teared up. Maybe I was having a woman moment. Maybe it is reductory to call it a woman moment. But, or reductive to call it a woman moment when I have an emotional reaction to watching videos of cute pink dolphins, and the girl who posted a video of her seeing pink dolphins is shocked because they're uglier than she thought they would be. So she called them ugly. She's just bullying the pink dolphins, and it made me tear up a little bit. I felt bad for the dolphin. Yeah, I'm going to show you a picture of a pink dolphin, and you're going to tell me that they're cute, okay? Right? Because they are cute. I just have a very soft spot for animals. Maybe that's what it is. Look at this. Look. Chat. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Ew, why is this so fleshy? Evil. It's hideous. I knew you guys would react like this. I knew you would react like this. The frick is that? The frick is that? What the frick? It looks special. I looked away for 10 seconds. What is that thing? Oh! Don't worry, pink dolphin. I will love you if nobody else will. It's so cute. Are you kidding me? What? Chat, you're having such a outrageous reaction. He kind of chutty, bro. It looks like it has a sunburn. They look normal. They look normal. The blobfish looks the way it does because of the depressurization it experiences as it goes up. As it gets fished out of the water. That ain't normal. He do be smiling though. Happier than we'll ever be, chat. They're so glorpy and ugh. What? Pink dolphins are cute. They're so cute. Maybe that's a bad picture. Maybe that's a bad picture. No, you are cute. That's hideous. Maybe we have different scales. If you think I'm cute and you think that's hideous, then maybe in reality, I'm hideous. I'm ugly and I'm proud. It looks like he's having an allergic reaction. Wait, there are no good pictures of them? Yes, there is. Check this out. Yes, there is a good picture of pink dolphins. Why would you look at this? Would you just look at this? Is that not gonna... This is a great picture. See? Isn't it cute? Thank you, Argent Warlock. Happy 4 millennias. Oh, wait, I already said thank you for that. Thank you, Cobra, for the 2 berries. The dolphin looks like uncooked chicken. Wait, is this AI? I honestly can't tell what's AI or not. This is AI? Wait, how can you guys tell? This is definitely a real pink dolphin. Wait. Wait, how can you guys tell? Am I a boomer? You can tell from the fingers. Okay, you can tell from the fingers. Ember, it's a drawing. No, it's real, Alar. What's your source? Just trust me, bro. No, it's not a drawing. It's real. Calm down, ma'am. Oh, okay. My bad. Oh, a cracker run. Mmm. That was my last cracker. Grok, is this real? Wait, have you guys ever used Grok before? I honestly only see people on Twitter using Grok. Like, they're basically like, computer, take this image and put her in a bikini. Computer, can you take off her clothes, computer? That is all I see people use Grok for. That's you? Okay, Phobia, I'm glad you're honest. Computer! Can you make her bobbies bigger? Ember, I did some cursed stuff of you with Grok now. Now, why did you tell me that? Now, why did you tell... No, bro, I'm just memeing. Sure you are, Phobia. Sure you are. Only the dolphin looks like uncooked chicken. Well, you know, a lot of people think you can't eat chicken when it's pink. That's not true. Chicken can be pink. A lot of people see a little bit of pink in their wings and they're like, it's raw! It's raw! It's the myoglobin, silly. Or they'll look at the stuff in me and they'll be like, it's blood! It's blood! It's the myoglobin. Or like the bone marrow or something. It can still be fully cooked if there's a little bit of pink juices and stuff. By the way, thank you, Aloof Dolphin. Oh, Aloof Dolphin. Thank you for the 10 berries. Only less intelligent species. Do you mean species? Or is that an Australian way to say species? 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 Would prefer animated representation of their kind over their real flesh. Is that a double entendre? Is that... I think it was a mistake joining this stream. You're leaving. Well, I think you were an accident. Well, that was me. That was uncalled for. Please stay. Actually, you can leave whenever you want. You know, I'm sure in our generations, most of us are accidents anyways. I'm sorry. That was a bad joke. Please stay. I appreciate you chatting. No, I genuinely mean it. No, it was a joke. Aloof Dolphin, was that a dig at my kind, at VTubers? Because you might be right. Thank you, Jigu, for 5 berries. Someone in Kindling channel posted that the dolphin looks like Tyler 1's dent head. And Tyler 1 is pretty cool. You thought for a long time you might be a lab experiment. You might be like the Yao Ming of the people, you know? You might be like, I mean, Yao Ming was not a test tube baby, but he was genetically, you know, like his parents were chosen to breed him, you know. Yao Ming is not an experiment, but his parents, the Chinese sports system, they bred him basically. You are the step further. You are bred and a test tube baby. Yao Ming, how old am I with that reference? Like I said, 1978. I remember back when I was 16. I was a crazy little girl. He's not a eugenics baby, unfortunately. But if he was, I bet his career would have been much longer. Do you know he was like double the size of an average Chinese newborn? You want to be a coordinator from Gundam Seed? I just want to mention to everybody the text message I just got from Dizzy Dokuro. Her text message basically says to me that as she ages, the big old lady brim hats get more attractive to her. Just told my chat that you texted me as you aged, the old lady big brim hats get more attractive. How cute. Isn't that cute? That's such a cute thing. She just texted me that. She texted me the darndest things. You think I should delete this stream after I end it for my safety? Wait, unironically? Seriously? Do you think the feds are onto me? Guys, should... And yeah, this is Maple Story music. Guys, should I delete this stream? Guys? Oh, she responded. She says, OMG, you're alive? Pat says it's very cute. Members only? Is it that bad? Is it that bad? Are you sure? Are you sure? It's not that bad, right? Amber, thank you, Orbor. Invaders in sun hats when? I think there's already art of some of us in sun hats. It's fine. Okay, but if I get cancelled, please have my back. You know, sometimes you make jokes and jokes don't land, but how come comedians get to say slurs and make crazy jokes? Just because they just get to title max by calling themselves a comedian. If I call myself a comedian, shouldn't I be allowed to play with linguistics and the language of man in order to try and make people laugh, even though my jokes might be really offensive or not land at all sometimes? They have good lawyers. Comedians can't keep getting away with it. I am trying to be more cunning. Am I a linguist? No. Am I linguini? Yes, I'm cooked. I'm pasta noodle. Do I know about the Dave Chappelle backlash? Why? About how his falcon killed a trans person? I think that's more on the bird than it is on him. Mom spaghetti! Something like that, yeah. What? 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 That's news to me. No. That was a joke, guys. That was a joke about his latest set. I actually watched his I think latest Netflix comedy special, and he makes a joke about that, but then he actually attaches a picture of him with this killer falcon bird. I think that bit went viral. Actually, it's about he has like a live falcon on stage, and he was performing while holding the bird. And then he was talking about how, you know, the falcon was chill and stuff, and he was performing with the falcon. But then once you take the like hat off, because the falcon has like a hood on to keep it calm. But when you take the hood off the falcon, it instantly assumes it's time to hunt. So it just starts dive bombing an audience member. I do like watching different comedians from time to time. Some of them are hit or miss. Some sets are like schnoozer. I'm too culturally versed? No. I'm oddly versed in strange topics and then completely ignorant in others, which means I always have more to learn in life. The pursuit of knowledge, I think, is the meaning of life for me. I love learning about new stuff. Modern comedy is hard. People are so sensitive. I think that's more of a reflection on people's sensitivities and what they're dealing with than actual comedy. But you'll always find the silver lining of people who will enjoy your jokes. See, there are plenty of comedians where I'm just like, you are unfunny and you deserve tomatoes thrown at you. A poor man's jester. A fool. Bingo, comedians stay the same, people get softer. Yeah. But it's also interesting because I think some jokes that I don't know, maybe back then people joked more about beating their wives and stuff, and now it's like less funny. So I think there's pros and cons to everything. There's like a charm to modern day comedy. I like how jokes become a lot of the newer comedians have a lot more nuanced jokes and whatnot. I mean, honestly, that stuff could still be funny depending on the delivery. Just because I'm laughing at it doesn't mean I support it, though. Anyways, domestic violence karaoke, when? Because, you know, back then, comedians tend to joke about what's relatable. So it was probably like, oh, you know, domestic abuse and racism or something. There's a lot more comedians than there used to be, hence why there's more bad ones. It's just math. But you could also say there's more good ones because there's a lot more, right? I've seen some like local comic work stuff where they do like or local comedians where they do more crowd work stuff, and it was a blast. The new jokes are now about, I guess comedians are actually a reflection of the times, if you think about it. Right? Doop-a-doo-boo. Intrusive thoughts? I'm full of them. Thank you, Wedge, for the berry, by the way. Can't help much, Eber. Video evidence. Video evidence, something internet, something AI, something it's fake, Dio.
Thanks for the doubloonies!
I mean, there was a 41% probability anyway. Probably don't read this out. Just laugh to yourself, firewoman.
But it read it out. But it read it out for me. What do you mean don't read this out loud? Thank you, Venus, for the 5. What do you mean don't read it out? What do you mean? What do you mean don't read it out? It read itself out! Okay, but no, there's genuinely some people who don't think comedians have social commentary. They think it's, you know, they separate it. And that's a valid take too. Like, jokes are just jokes, you know? But for... See, for me personally, I would love to be a comedian during the Great Depression time. Like, if I had to choose material from a time period, I would pick the Great Depression. Or like post 9/11 era. I would never run out of things to joke about. Because I guess I would get... Okay, maybe post 9/11, because Great Depression time, you know... Homelessness and like Wall Street jabs are low bar. So, you never mind. It would not be the Great Depression. It would be 9/11. What's with all these soups?
Thanks for the doubloonies!
Oh. Yeah. Sorry, firewoman.
Are you? You don't have to be sorry. I'm not sorry. What? Ironically, VTubing is a lot like vaudeville. Small audiences, tons of independence, variety, entertainment. Honestly, you're right if you think about it. Maybe that's why I find such kinship with theatrical concepts. Honestly? True. True. Ember can melt steel beams. I can't. I'm like a Charizard. Ah! Ah! VTubing is digital puppetry. It's a cool new medium. Is it cool? I think I'm more cringe than cool. But I do feel cool when I'm performing. So maybe in those small moments, there's a dazzle, a gleam, a sparkle. There's even VTubers who got canceled who says they can't be comedians. True. True. Too hot to handle. Ember is a furry. All right. All right. What? All right. Thank you, Jess. Sorry I'm late. Did I miss anything? Chat can answer that for me. Hi, Kusa. Hi, Kusa. Chào anh. New week, but I don't want to leave my bed. Yeah, same. Except it's not my bed anymore. I'm sleeping in the guest bedroom. My bed has been shipped off. Hi, Gulligan. Shame Ember canceled stream today. No good clips. Yeah, that's crazy. I can't believe stream is not live right now. This is not real. I can't believe... That is true. VTubing makes me more unhinged. That is true. How are the gatos? Did I mention how a gato literally parkoured off of my head and face today? Literally jumped from the top of the bed frame onto my face and then jumped off of my face because I think it was mad at me because I didn't feed it yet. It's like, I'm hungry. They get mad because normally I have an auto feeder, but they get mad if I'm even like 5 minutes late to feeding them. And I was in the middle of sleeping, so I just wake up and I just... Psh! And I was like, ow, what the hell? It body slammed me. Because I got... Well, actually, it was a two-prong attack because it body slammed me and then it jumped off my face. So I feel fur and something heavy. And then I feel the pain of it jumping off of my face. Deserved! I probably did deserve that. Honestly, I deserve to be put on one of those carnival dunk tanks and have tomatoes thrown at me, to be honest. Feed me, human. Yeah! Your cat has done that to you on purpose, right? It's always on purpose. They're smart enough to know what they're doing. They are definitely smart enough to know better. Who's gonna receive my bed? The movers. Me! Me. Yeah, people think comedy is like philosophy. I don't think so. I think it's more like a funhouse mirror. Where they just kind of reflect the reality of the world back at you, and you either laugh or you feel really uncomfortable. But usually you laugh, because it's silly. Because it's taboo. Insect Devil, thank you for 2 berries. My late cat used to wake me up from nightmares. Really? That's so sweet. Are you sure your cat wasn't the one giving you nightmares, though? Like a jester! Oh gosh, I wish... Well, I guess there's modern day jesters, but I still want people to dress up as... If I had enough money, I would have a castle and I would have a moat. I would have a moat full of Sammys, and then I would have a jester. And if the jester wasn't funny or being entertaining enough, into the pit! Into the pit! Bedbug arc about to begin. Stop. I'm gonna freak it. Bedbugs are one of my greatest paranoias. Anytime I go to a hotel or anywhere, I have to check the bed for bed bugs. I look at the corners, I look under the sheets, I look everywhere. I refuse to have bed bugs. I would fill the moat with Kool-Aid and a bunch of gators. Typical Cajun fare. Jester still exists. We got a jester in command right now. Wait, are you talking about me? Are you talking about me? Me? Right here? You can get bed bugs from a hotel? That's where I see all the horror stories from. Don't most people get bed bugs from hotels? If you did get bed bugs? Anyways, chat, if you've never thought of that now, or you never had the fear of bed bugs till now, you're welcome. Every time you go stay at a hotel, make sure you check for bed bugs. They can also travel from planes. So be very careful. In fact, nuke your entire luggage when you go on a long trip.
Thanks for the doubloonies!
Make sure to wash all clothes that you thrift.
Castle Fund.
Castle Fund! Thank you so much for the golden doubloonies, mercenary! Thank you! Thank you! Use a credit card, not your hands, for bed bugs to crush them. Do you take credit card? Can I use my credit card, bug? They love paper and flat spaces. Why is that? Be right back, burning house down just to be safe. You know what? Normally I would say that's an overreaction, Frog. But actually in this case, I say yeah, do it. Put yourself in generational debt to show them, to show the bed bugs. How are they gonna, you know, be a bed bug if there's literally no bed to bug? You burned your bed. You burned your house down. What are they gonna do? You showed them. I finally made it to a live stream. Thank you, mercenary. Happy 21 millenniums together. Your niece got head lice at school and then gave them to her mom. I had lice once in my life. It was awesome. I don't remember. I think I got it from a schoolmate. Don't remember how exactly. But yeah, I had lice when I was younger. What if it's a relative of Dizzy? Okay, but be honest, is Dizzy really a fan of her bug relatives? I'm sure I would be doing her a favor by getting rid of the lice. I remember when we would get our heads checked for lice too. That's so funny. Do they still do that in school? They still do that? Reminds me of the episode of South Park where Clyde got lice. I don't think I've watched that episode. Is it funny? Yeah, bro. Sister got lice from school at a young age. Oh, because of a shared brush. Do they still do inspections? I'm not sure. You'd hope so. Honestly, I would hope so too. I would hope so too. You've never gotten lice? I don't know. I've never gotten chicken pox. I have never gotten chicken pox. Wait, I'm trying to think. I, for the life of me, cannot remember that one South Park character. What is the girl that PC Principal really hates? Do you know what I'm talking about? What is the name of the girl that PC Principal freaking hates? It's Leslie! Wait, why does he hate her so much? The girl who turned out to be an ad. Yeah, the girl who turned out to be an ad. I just remember the episode where he's just like, shut your mouth, Leslie! Leslie, just shut your mouth! In the middle of speaking about something, he's just like, Leslie, shut up! I think one of my favorite characters in South Park is PC Principal. I don't make the rules. I just love his quotes. Or the quote where he is like, now Craig, what would you say if you wanted to take a gander at Tweek's asshole? Wait, or how does it go? Sorry, I'm just dropping South Park references. And an African American flips a turtle on its back, and then a transgender Filipino sees the turtle in the sun. What color is the Filipino's father? What the heck? I just like when he gets triggered. I just like when he gets triggered. I'm quoting PC Principal. You're on dangerous freaking ground, buddy. Please, if you haven't seen South Park, you should at least watch the PC Principal episodes. It would make me very happy. I have not seen any of the latest episodes of South Park though, so I don't know how funny it is. Microaggression! Happy Tree Family? I haven't seen that in so long. You're gonna break his legs, PC Principal? Yeah, you know, ball. You love my South Park streams? Oh my gosh. We should play more South Park games. They were so fun. I know how to pronounce the Jewish hat now. I wasn't sure how to pronounce it when I was wearing one in South Park, but it's a yarmulke. A yarmulke. I was like, is this a yarmulke? A yarmulke? But it's a yarmulke. That's not. Is it yarmulke? Listen, I'm not Jewish. But if I were, I'd be wearing one. But a yarmulke? It's a yamcha. How is the R silent if in the romanization there's an R in it? Y-A-H-R. Maybe the romanization is wrong. Yarmulke. Is it a yarmulke? Maybe the R is like a very silent, subtle R. Like yarmulke. Not yarmulke. A yarmulke, like a really subtle R. The R is free, okay? The R is free. But it's cooler if you're a pirate. Yar! Like a Jewish pirate. Yarmulke. Yamato? It was romanized by Minnesotans. The R is cringe but free. You can also call it a kippa. I thought a kippa was a different cap. Is it the same thing as a yarmulke? A yarmulke? It's like the CHT in yacht. You mean yacht? Do you mean yacht? Oh, one day we'll be rich enough to own a yacht that can fit all the kindlings. Then we'll go fishing together, and we'll go cruising together. Oh my god, is anyone here Jewish? Did I offend someone with my bad pronunciation? I hope not. I hope not. I have a Jewish friend, okay? I could tell they were Jewish before they told me they were Jewish. If that makes sense. Yeah. Ever give me the shovel? No, the shovel gives me power. Well, maybe it's because they got their bed used off of Facebook Marketplace for like $10. And normally people don't do that, but but then they confirmed it when they went and they were like, and that's why I'm a Jew, baby. And I was like, I see. So I was right. I was kidding. Okay. Do you have at least one friend in every minority group? Let me think. Nope. And I guess that makes me racist. Sorry. It turns out I need to collect more friends, so I'll prepare a Excel sheet of the ethnicities and all that I'm missing, so you guys can fill it in, because Inlings are my friends. My Pokédex is not complete right now. I gotta catch them all. You have my Mexican pass? There's actually quite a lot of Mexicans in chat. But I've only learned very few Spanish phrases from y'all. There is a food that I want to try though. I think it's a Mexican dish. It's called machete. Right? Or machete. I don't know. Machete? Machete? Anyways, whatever it is, it's literally spelled machete, okay? In the most white way possible. And it looks like a gigantic quesadilla in the shape of a machete. They're like, or like long tacos. They're like really long tacos. Like imagine, okay, look at this, chat, and tell me you don't want to eat this. Tell me this does not look freaking delicious.
Thanks for the doubloonies!
Look at this chat,
Just call it a tiny hat. Oy vey.
But it's not a tiny hat. It's quite large compared to the other tiny hats. There are tinier hats, so I can't give it the tiny hat title. You know what I mean? I can't give it the tiny hat title. It's not tiny enough to be a tiny hat. Not chat going oy vey. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. I've never had this, but it looks... It's huge, and it looks like flavor. It looks like flavor. This looks so good! Is this just like a Texas thing or something? You've never seen this before and you're Latino? You think it would be very messy? It could be, right? Maybe small tacos are better, but like the fact that you can eat it, like I used to be a small bite enjoyer. I used to be like, oh, big bites are like, oh, I eat one fry at a time. And then when I finally opened my mind and shoved 3 fries into my mouth at one time, I realized, oh my gosh, taking big bites is a flavor explosion. So now, if I can, I take the occasional big bite, because normally I eat like a little rat. I'll take like little bites out of everything. Better for digestion. But when you eat 5 fries at once, you're getting the flavor. You're getting the flavor. Okay, Spackle, do you have the soap, cilantro gene, whatever? Thank you, Beharit. Thank you for the 10 doubloonies again. Thank you. Karma's getting to me. Have you guys noticed that my cough's gone now? I think I finally recovered. Thank you, Wedge. We were asked to stop catching them all. I think I want French fries now. Wait, what do you mean we were asked to stop catching them all? I thought the whole point was to catch them all. To catch a predator. Dun dun. Yeah, I would fill that slot. If you had a spreadsheet to collect them all, you can probably slot me in right there. For my terribly landed jokes. That'll get me in the ringer. And that's where I leave you guys. I have to go make dinner now. Okay, chat. Bye. I love you. Bye bye. Bye. That was a joke, by the way. I'm not a predator. Bye bye. Bye, kindlings. I bug you. Even if I didn't read your name out loud today, just know I see you, okay? See you. Remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment after the stream, or if you're a VOD watcher, bye-bye. Bye-bye. I bug you. Bye-bye.
Thanks for the doubloonies.
Thank you,
That looks
Bennis.
less like a machete and more like a macaw weep.
That looks less like a machete and more like a macapudoidong. You know, I was just about to ask chat if they wanted TTS on for like super chats too, because it's on for higher amounts of super chats. But you know what this super chat says? Thanks for the stream, Pedalbur. So maybe I should rescind that offer. Thank you, Silton, for 33 millenniums together. Thank you. You know, because it's minimum 5 for the Bloonies. And I was like, maybe I should also make it a minimum for super chats. Oh, hi, Yuna! I was literally daydreaming today about your food. You guys look like you're having such a great time. Oh. I hear the oven. Okay. I go now. And Jetty does, thank you so much for joining my membership. Or not joining my membership. Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships, Jedi. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Welcome, 5 new kindlings. Thank you. Oh, welcome. Welcome, Sonja. Welcome, Kenneth. Welcome, Kite. And welcome, Melty Mix and Via Rosia. Later, Abrogator. Peace out, Girl Scout. Alright. Goodbye. Bye. Wait, where's my ending? Ochu. Bye. Bye. Also... Wait, let me play this alert before we go. Our last one.
Thanks for the doubloonies.
Yeah, we need to kill that guy for calling Firewoman that.
Why is the yeah so sassy? Yeah, we need to corral him. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we're watching you, Abby. Yeah. Atsu, bye.